May candidate please?
Get your spots now, going quickly.
Sorry, can you see?
Ho! Ho! Peace be in this place.
Who's that which calls?
Hail, Virgin, if you be, as those cheek roses proclaim you are no less. Can you so stead me as to take me to the place of Isabella, a novice of this place, and the fair sister to her unhappy brother Claudio?
Why her unhappy brother? I am that Isabella and his sister.
Gentle and fair, your brother kindly greets you, not to be weary with you. He's in prison.
Woe me for what?
For that which if myself might be his judge, he should receive his punishment in thanks. He hath got his friend with child.
Sir, make me not your story.
'Tis true. I would not, though 'tis my familiar sin with maids to seem the lapwing and to jest, tongue far from heart, play with all virgins so. I hold you as a thing enskied and sainted by your renouncement and immortal spirit, and to be talked with in sincerity, as with a saint.
You do blaspheme the good in mocking me.
Do not believe it. 'Tis thus. Your brother and his lover have embraced. As those that feed grow full, even so her plenteous womb expresseth his full tilth and husbandry.
Someone with child by him. My cousin Juliet.
Is she your cousin?
Adoptedly, as schoolmaids oft change their name by vain, though apt affection.
She it is.
Oh, let him marry her.
This is the point. The Duke is very strangely gone from hence. Upon his place and in full line of his authority governs Lord Angelo, a man whose blood is very snow broth, one who never feels the wanton stings and motions of the sense, but doth rebate and blunt his natural edge with profits of the mind. Study and fast. He hath picked out an act under whose heavy sense your brother's life falls into forfeit. He arrests him on it, and follows close the rigor of the statute to make him an example. All hope is gone, unless you have the grace, by your fair prayer, to soften Angelo. And that's my pith of business twixt you and your poor brother.
Doth he so seek his life?
Hath censured him already, and as I hear, the provost hath the warrant for his execution.
Alas, what poor abilities in me to do him good?
Assay the power you have.
My power? Alas, I doubt.
Our doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. Go to Lord Angelo, and let him learn to know, when maidens sue, men give like gods, but when they weep and kneel, all their petitions are as freely theirs as they themselves did owe them.
I'll see what I can do.
But speedily.
I will about it straight. Commend me to my brother. Soon at night I'll send him certain word of my success.
I take my leave of you.
Good sir, adieu.
We must not make a scarecrow of the law, setting it up to fear the birds of prey, and let it keep one shape till custom make it their perch and not their terror.
Aye, but yet let us be keen, and rather cut a little than fall and bruise to death. Let but your honor know, whom I believe to be most straight in virtue, whether you had not some time in your life erred in this point for which now you censure him.
It is one thing to be tempted, AESCALUS, another thing to fall. You may not so extenuate his offense, for I have had such faults, but rather tell me, when I, that do censure him, do so offend, let mine own judgment pattern out my death, and nothing come impartial. Sir, he must die.
Be it as your wisdom will.
Where is the provost?
Here, if it like your honor.
See that Claudio be executed by 9 tomorrow morning. Bring him his confessor. Let him be prepared, for that's the utmost of his pilgrimage.
Well, heaven forgive him and forgive us all. Some rise by sin, and some by virtue fall. Oh no, sir, what's your name? And what's the matter?
Well, if it please your honor, I am the poor Duke's constable, and my name is Elbow. I do lean upon justice, sir. And you bring in here, before your good honors, 2 notorious benefactors.
Benefactors? Well, what benefactors are they? Are they not malefactors?
If it please your honor, I know not well what they are, but precise villains they are, that I am sure of. And void of all profanation in the world that good Christians ought to have.
What are you, sir?
Well, he, sir. Tapster, sir. Parcel bod, one that serves the bad woman, whose house was, as they say, plucked down in the suburbs, and now she professes a hot house, which I think is a very ill house, too.
How know you that?
Well, my wife, sir, who I detest before heaven and your honor.
How, thy wife?
I, sir, why thank heaven, is an honest woman.
Sir, if it please your honor, this is not so.
Prove it before these varlets here, thou honorable man. Prove it.
Do you hear how he despises?
Sir, she came in great with child and longing, if it saves your honor's reverence, for stewed prunes. Sir, we had but 2 in the house, which at that very distant time stood as it were in a fruit dish, or a dish of some threepence. Your honors have seen such a dish. It's not a china dish, but it is a very good dish.
Go to, no matter for the dish, sir.
No, indeed, none of a pin, sir. You are therein in the right, but to the point. As I say, this Mistress Elbow, being, as I say, with child and great-bellied and longing, as I said, for prunes, and we had but 2 in the dish, and, as I say, Master Froth, this very man here, having eaten the rest, and, as I said, having paid for them very honestly, Master Froth, you knew we could not return you threepence again. You being here, you do be remembered cracking the stones of aforesaid prune.
Come, you are a tedious fool. To the purpose. What was done to Elbow's wife that he hath cause to complain of?
Sir, you shall come to it by your
This
honors.
will last out a night in Russia, when nights are longest there. I'll take my leave, and leave you to the hearing of the cause, hoping you'll find good cause to whip them all.
I think no less. Good morning to your lordship. Now, sir, come on. What was done to Elbow's wife? Once more.
Once, sir, nothing was done to her once. By this respect, she should be the most respected of us all.
Oh, varlet! Thou liest! Thou liest, wicked varlet!
No, sir, she was respected with him before he was married with her.
Oh, thou traitor! Oh, thou varlet! I was respected with her before I was married to her. Well, prove it! Prove it, thou wicked Hannibal, or I'll have mine action of battery on thee! Oh, what is thou worship's pleasure I should do with this wicked deed?
Truly, officer, because he hath some offenses in him that thou wouldst discover, if thou couldst. Let him continue in his courses, till thou knowest what they are.
Mary, I thank thou worship for it. Thou seest, varlet, thou wouldst come upon thee. Thou art to continue. Now, thou varlet, thou art to continue.
So, What trade are you of, sir?
A tapster. A poor widow's tapster.
Your mistress' name?
Mistress Overdone.
Hath she had any more than one husband?
9, sir, overdone by the last.
9! Come hither to me, Master Froth. Master Froth, I would not have you acquainted with tapsters. Get thee gone and let me hear no more of you. Come hither to me, Master Tapster. What's your name, Master Tapster?
Pompey.
What else?
Bum, sir.
Troth, and your bum is the greatest thing about you. So in the beastliest sense, you are Pompey the Great. Pompey, you are partly a bawd, howsoever you colored it in being a tapster. Are you not? Come, tell me true. It shall be the better for you.
Truly, sir, I am but a fellow who would live.
But how would you live, Pompey? By being a bawd? What do you think of the trade, Pompey? Is it a lawful trade?
If the law would allow it, sir.
But the law would not allow it, nor it shall not be allowed in Vienna.
Does your worship mean to geld and splay all the youth in the city? If this law pass in Vienna 10 year, I will rent the fairest house in it after threepence a bay. And if you live to see this come to pass, tell 'em Pompey told you so.
Thank you, good Pompey. And in requital of your prophecy, hark you. I advise you, Pompey, let me not find you before me upon any complaint whatsoever, Pompey. If I do, Pompey, I shall have you whipped. So for this time, Pompey, fare you well.
What? Thank your worship for your good counsel. Whip me? No. No. Let Carman whip his jade. The valiant heart's not whipped out of his trade. Lord Angelo is severe.
It grieves me for the death of Claudio, but there is no remedy.
Now, what's the matter, Provost?
Is it your will that Claudio shall die tomorrow?
Did not I tell thee yea? Hadst thou not order, why dost thou ask again?
Lest I might be too rash. Under your good correction I have seen when after execution judgment hath repented o'er its doom.
Go to, let that be mine. Do you your office or give up your place, and you shall be well spared.
I crave your honor's pardon. What shall be done, sir, with the groaning Juliet? She is very near her hour.
Dispose of her to some fitter place, and that with speed.
The sister of the man condemned desires access to you.
Hath he a sister?
Yea, my good lord, a very virtuous maid, and to be shortly of a sisterhood, if not already.
Well, let her be admitted. Stay a little while. What's your will?
I am a woeful suitor to your honor, please, but your honor hear me.
Well, what's your suit?
There is a vice that most I do abhor, and most desire should meet the blow of justice, for which I would not plead, but that I must, for which I must not plead, but that I am at war twixt will and will not.
Well, the matter?
I have a brother who is condemned to die. I do beseech you, let it be his fault, and not my brother.
Condemn the fault, and not the actor of it? Why, every fault's condemned ere it be done. Mine, with a very cipher of a function to find those faults whose fine stands in record and let go by the actor.
No just, but severe law. I had a brother then. Heaven keep your honor.
Give it not, or so. To him again, entreat him. Kneel down before him, hang upon his gown. You are too cold. If you should need a pin, you could not with more tame a tongue desire it. To him, I say.
Must he needs die?
Maiden, no remedy.
Yes, I do think you might pardon him, and neither heaven nor man grieve at the mercy.
I will not do it.
But can you if you would?
Look what I will not that I cannot do.
But might you do it? And do the world no wrong, if so your heart were touched with that remorse as mine is to him?
He's sentenced. 'Tis too late.
Too late? Why, no. I that do speak a word may call it back again. Well, believe this. No ceremony that to great ones longs, not the king's crown, the deputed sword, the marshal's truncheon, nor the judge's robe become them with one half so good a grace as mercy does. If he had been as you and you as he, you would have slipped like him, but he like you would not have been so stern.
I pray you, be gone.
I would I had your potency and you were Isabel. Should it then be thus? No, I would tell which were to be a judge and what a prisoner.
Your brother is a forfeit of the law, and you would waste your words.
How would you be if he, which is the top of judgment, should but judge you as you are? Oh, think on that, and mercy then will breathe within your lips like man new made.
It is the law, not I, condemn your brother. Were he my kinsman, brother, or my son, it should be thus with him. He must die tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, 'tis sudden. Spare him. Spare him. He is not prepared for death. Even for our kitchens, we kill the fowl of the season. Should we serve heaven with less respect than we do minister to our gross selves? Good, my lord, bethink you, who is it that hath died for this offense? There are many have committed it.
The law hath not been dead, though it hath slept. Now 'tis awake, takes note of what's done.
Yet show some pity.
I show it most of all when I show justice. Be satisfied. Your brother dies tomorrow. Be content.
So you must be the first that gives this sentence, and he that suffers. It is excellent to have a giant's strength, but it is tyrannous to use it like a giant. Could great men thunder as Jove himself does, Jove would never be quiet. But man, proud man, dressed in a little brief authority, most ignorant of what he's most assured. His glassy essence, like an angry ape, plays such fantastic tricks before high heaven as makes the angels weep, who with our spleens would all themselves laugh mortal.
Why do you put these sayings upon me?
Because authority, though it err like others, hath yet a kind of medicine in itself that skins the vice on the top. Go to your bosom, knock there, and ask your heart what it doth know that's like my brother's fault. If it confess a natural guiltiness such as is his, let it not sound a thought upon your tongue against my brother's life.
She speaks, and 'tis such sense that my sense breathes with it. Fare you well.
Gentle, my lord, turn back.
I will bethink me. Come again tomorrow.
Hark how I'll bribe you. Good, my lord, turn back.
How? Bribe me?
Aye. With such gifts that heaven shall share with you. With true prayers that shall be up at heaven and enter there ere sunrise.
Well, come to me tomorrow.
Heaven keep your honor safe.
Amen. For I am going that way to temptation where prayers cross.
At what hour tomorrow shall I attend your lordship?
At any time before noon.
Heaven keep your honor.
From thee, even from thy virtue. What's this? What's this? Is this her fault or mine?
Yours.
The tempter or the tempted? Well, who sins the most? Huh? Not she. Nor doth she tempt, but it is I. That lying by the violet in the sun do as the carrion does, not as the flower, corrupt with virtue is season. Oh, can it be that modesty may more betray our sense than women's lightness? Oh. Fie! 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 Oh, what dost thou? Oh, what art thou, Angelo? What dost thou desire her? Foully for those things that make her good? What? Do I love her, that I desire to hear her speak again, and feast upon her eyes? What is it that I dream on? Oh, never could the strumpet with all her double vigor, art, and nature once stir my temper, but this virtuous maid subdues me quite.
Hail to you, Provost, as so I think you are.
What is your will, good friar?
I come to visit the afflicted spirits here in the prison. Do me the common right to let me see them and to make me know the nature of their crimes, that I may minister to them accordingly.
Look, here's one. A gentlewoman of mine, who, falling in the flaws of her own youth, hath blistered her report. She is with child, and he that got it, sentenced. A young man, one more fit to do another such offense than die for this.
When must he die?
As I do think, tomorrow.
Let's follow her. Come on!